just going to go for some dirty boxing techniques, not to be unsportsmanlike in your sport, it's more to take that into street situations or self-defence really when needed. What they say is with self-defence, when you're taking it to self-defence, you want to look at all the things you're not allowed to do within your sport or your martial art or whatever, your combat system, and just look at them things and how you would adapt that into a self-defence situation. So we're going to go more for the dirty boxing techniques, which some people have used and old fighters have used within their sports in boxing, etc., but how it would adapt to self-defence. So again, we go through like a lot of the old fighters, when they didn't have the web thumbs like they got today, would use a lot of gouging, etc. So they'd throw a punch and then get the thumb into the eye, stuff like that. You'd see sort of fighters doing this sort of stuff, you know, sort of coming across there. So you would catch the eyes, seen sort of John Jones doing a lot of stuff like this, sort of blinding here, and again going into the eyes, etc. Stuff like that. If you're on the ground, you just want to sort of find a hollow, really. It could be anywhere. You know, you find a hollow, wherever you can find a hollow, there'd be a pressure point, or, you know, it's not going to work on its own, obviously, because someone jacked up a lot of adrenaline, or whatever else, might be drugs, etc. You know, it's not going to work, but again, it might just get you a flinch or something like that. Again, wherever you can find a hollow, you'd go in and find a sort of, you know, soft area around there. Again, you've got the old fish hooks, stuff like that. So again, obviously, you'd want to sort of keep the fingers aligned and go for these fingers there. And again, you'd want to come round and pull again here, the old fish hooks, stuff like that. But again, you don't want to be sticking your fingers in mouths and stuff like that. You just want to slap as you did it and just pull there. Again, good to use the palms if you can, because you don't really want to muck your hands up. If you're going preemptively, you want to go straight to the jaw after asking a question and then getting out there. But again, hands about, you won't muck up your hands as much. Law will look on that a little bit better as well. But again, obviously you have to use what you think. If the situation needs that extra force, then you use it. But again, open hands good. So yeah, so we're going to go through some other ones, more elbows, strikes, stuff like that. So again, a lot of the old sort of dirty boxing techniques did have hooks. Always prefer hooks there. But again, this would really work good if you did the hook here, because you could always follow through with the elbow there. Okay, so we're going to be there and just follow through. Again, elbows generally want to be lacerating from corner of the eye down to the opposite lip. But again, you could be there and just coming through. I mean, sometimes when you're coming in for hooks to the body, you can have the forearm to the throat and bang there. Again, obviously, yeah, you allow a little bit of rough and tumble for the boxing, but obviously that might be slightly outlawed. But again, in the other combat systems, it wouldn't be, and definitely not for self-defence. But forearm to throat is a good position to sort of throw your shots, etc. Again, if you miss with a shot, so say you're punching through the target, with a lot of your punches, that's what you do, punch through the target. Say you miss, the head's there, you can actually hit the head like that. Say you've missed, you want to just really snap this shot and just so the head comes out, and then you can maybe hit them with something else. So literally you're going past the target, say that's the target there, and you're coming past, you've missed, so then you just snap out the arm there to just knock the head this way a little bit and maybe get another shot in. Even if you've missed as well, say the head's here and you've missed, then you can come back and spike with the elbow. So you've missed, you come back and spike with the elbow. Again, all sort of dirty boxing techniques, but great for self-defence. Again, you might want to just skim, with the elbow. Again, you can catch nose, etc., stuff like that, or come all the way in there. Again, a classic old sort of dirty boxing technique a lot of the old fighters used to use. It's on the referee's blind side, they punch down to the thigh, something like that, right on the thigh, or an elbow on the thigh would be good to use. Yeah, be great to use there. But again, great on the femoral nerve, just down there, be great on the femoral nerve or the perineal nerve. Anywhere on the thigh would hurt, elbow to knee. But again, there would be no referee, so you'd literally just hit down to the thigh. Lovely sort of dirty boxing technique there. You could Kuchigari style. Again, as you do this on the blind side of the referee, just the lead leg will go inside, on the inside of someone's foot, and then push. And again, it looked like you sort of, you know, been knocked over, and you might get a count out of it. But again, or it just might just look like they stumble back, etc. And you can capitalise on that. Another great one, Jim McDonald used to use this one a little bit. He'd grab the outside arm there, and then shoulder barge, and then throw the opposite hand. So he'd literally grab their lead hand with his right hand here, so just there, and then he'd just barge with the shoulder. Again, they give him a bit of room to throw the punch. And again, might be allowed, you know, might be allowed, etc. But obviously it's grabbing the top of the head, and then just coming up with elbows and punches, etc. Obviously, you know, there's knees, etc. go in there as well. Another little one in kickboxing, or Thai boxing even, it's sort of, if someone's got a really good roundhouse, they'd sort of draw that roundhouse in. So again, just leave a little bit of a rib open for them, and when they go, catch the leg, and again, elbow towards the knee. Again, obviously not allowed, but streetwise, you know, that would be allowed to grab this and just come down just to that thigh when you got it there. Again, there's some in the Wudang form, blocking, and then they're punching down towards the knee, stuff like that. So again, these are all in many different systems, these moves, but again, we're just getting these to adapt to street situations. The old shoot fighters would just literally do the usual slip, so slip and then come in and, you know, get into a grappling situation there, or even you might want to just make that a little bit more apparent, that parry, that pack cell, whatever it is, and just come in here to grab, for grappling. If you want to grapple someone and they're a better striker, you might want to get in, just slip and get in there. Yeah, so again, if say someone's sort of holding your arm or something like that with one hand, you might want to give them an elbow with that arm, if that makes sense. So say someone's grabbing this arm, you know, you might want to just, their arm's down there as they're grabbing, so you want to just bring the elbow up. That's the time to bring the elbow up there, and use that elbow to full effect. There's other ones where you would pull the head. It's quite Burmese boxing style this as well. You'd pull the head, and as they resist, the head pops up, and then come in with the top of your head, straight in below the eye line. Again, another good dirty boxing technique there. Again, when you're coming in for the shots, you might want to be just switching the elbows to come down towards the collarbones, stuff like that. You know, your shots would be low. All the stuff you're disallowed in boxing, you would literally use for street defence. And yeah, and just put that into your game and adapt it if you need it. Lovely. Bang.